Hello and welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, and today we are going to have another Sailfish OS related topic, so the SFOS app Parkscheibe. Parkscheibe is a really pretty handy one for people at least who are living in Europe. I'm not sure if it's very widespread or whatever in other countries outside of Europe, but in Europe it's very common. In the end, what this is all about is this little parking indicator. So parking indicator like this, if you're not aware of it, in some situations or in some areas you're allowed to park for a certain time, but it's free of charge. And in these situations you're going to use these little parking indicators, which should be in your car somewhere in general. I'm not even sure if you're legally allowed to not have one. Probably you are. But it's very handy to have one, so have one with you. And in the end, what this is more or less is an indicator to give the person who is checking on you how long you have been standing there and stuff like that, an indication when you started it. So in the end, you're going to put in something like, let's say 6 p.m. on this picture, it's 6 p.m. or 6 a.m. depending on which kind of day you are on. And in the end, this is telling the person, okay, the person who parked here from 6 p.m. on. There are certain kind of thresholds and stuff like that, additional to that. And the app we are talking about today is more or less giving you the option to always see how long you are allowed to park somewhere from this current state of the moment on. And because of the thresholds and stuff like that, it can be very handy to have this little app, because it's just faster than calculating all the time in your head. Hey, okay, I have still 17 minutes to go there or something. You can just use this. Of course, a timer would do something similar, but for that you would have to know the thresholds in your country you are staying at, and of course different kind of legal requirements for you to do there. And all of this is more or less covered with this small little app. It's really a small little one which is only focusing on this niche, but for that it's a pretty nice one. So let's have a look at that. As always, I'm using my Sailfish OS empowered Sony Xperia 10 Mark III in this case to show you everything. In addition to my laptop, which is standing at the side here, my laptop is going to show everything that is on my smartphone, because I'm going to use screencast again. If you don't know about a screencast or whatever, have a look at the corner. There are a couple of other videos where I'm talking about that and what that is all about more in depth. But all I have to do now to show you everything is more or less switch to another browser tab. All of this is going to be in the browser for me here. And now you can see it's all on my screen, what is going on here. So if I go for the instance to do this or do this, you can already see, okay, everything on my smartphone screen is shown on the big screen here too. There's a little bit of delay, but other than that, it's pretty nice to have this. Okay, so let's first off have a look. I'm going to turn around to just show you everything in a better way. And first off, we are going to have a look at how to more or less get the app, of course. So for that, I'm going to go to a position, hopefully where you can see my smartphone and the big screen at the same time. And all you have to do is go to one of the stores. In the end, it's in most of them. So if you, for instance, want to go to the Jolla store, it's the first store you should try to find stuff on, because this is the most secure one in the end. So everything in the Jolla store has been checked and is pretty much very safe to use. So use this as the first place. If you go in here, now you can just go to the upper menu there, so just drag it down. And if you are in here, now just put in Parkscheibe, which by the way is a German word for this parking indicator or parking time indicator. And if you put that in and hit the search button, you will find the first entry there is this app. It's a very handy one, a very small one too, so if you want to use it, just go up in this menu, and of course for you should see install or something, then install it and open it afterwards. After that you are going to find it in your app drawer or your app list more or less, at the bottom, of course, as always, and then you can just start it up. And yeah, in the end, what does this do? It's a really simple one. So in the end, you can see on the signs at the street more or less how long you can park somewhere. And this is the easiest way to do then, because here are some of the most common ones. So it's in general 30 minutes, 1 hour and 2 hours. Everything else is unlikely to happen and whatever. So just get one of the timers in. Now you can see you got this, and the important thing about the time slots is you are not allowed to only stay there for 30 minutes, but 44 minutes in this case. Why is that? Simple. At the moment it's 14:16, more or less, and if you are at 14:16, so one in the end the quarter is more or less already fulfilled, then you're going to round up to the next higher number and stuff like that. And these are the thresholds I told you about. And in the end, like this, you get a parking time of a maximum of 44 minutes, because this is what is legally allowed to stay there. In the end, of course, it's meant to be 30 minutes, but doesn't really matter. 44 minutes are fine. As you can see, we already see that the timer is going to go down in this case. This is a very easy step you can do and start with this app. If you want to have a look at another things, you can have, for instance, go to this. And this is going to more or less give you some kind of information, like a setting menu or something. So in the end, what you can see here is, okay, what are the country-specific intervals you're going to use here? As you can see, in Germany, for instance, where I am at the moment, it's this 30 minutes interval. This means that there is this rounding going on. And in Germany it's 30 minutes. In Austria, for instance, it might be 50 minutes. And if you need to, you can even set up the precise site. It depends on where you are and what you want to do there. And of course you can get a warning. So in the end, the app is going to tell you, hey, in 5 minutes it's going to be over, be there and drive away. Otherwise you might get some kind of a fee because you have standed there or parked there for too long time. And of course the alarm is more or less the same. Alarm is going to go off if the time has really finished, more or less. And this is all that is to this little app. It's really a very, very small one, a very small timer app, but for exactly what I told you, this is a nice one and might help you in future if you are trying to park somewhere and, for instance, you just don't remember what you set in, or you just want to have a very fast and easy look to, sorry for that. It's always a little bit funky to get it back to work, but now it worked. Okay. In the end, this is more or less what this is all about. The app is a very small one, but I really think it's a nice one if you use it exactly for that. And this is more or less all I have to tell you in this episode. Hope you had fun with it. Have a great time. Give it a thumbs up, of course, on the video if you liked it. Please don't forget to subscribe if you didn't till now. And of course, down below you find a commentary section where you can put in comments and stuff like that, questions or answers, whatever you want to know about SFOS or anything related to this episode, of course. And other than that, thank you for watching. See you around till the next time, and bye.